Welcome. The camera's over there now. Welcome to Plausible Foolishness. I'm Matt. I've got a perspective on things.
And I'm proud to be an American. Hey, what's up? I'm Ray, and I have a perspective on things as well. Ready to get started today, baby?
Yeah, let's go.
Dude, you ready to go?
Yes.
Bombs over Baghdad. I mean, Tehran.
You know what I did not do?
What's up?
I did not change the name of this podcast.
Oh, change it to what?
You know what? I'm going to do it.
Do it right now.
Well, we're going to call this one World of War Crimes.
World of War Crimes, baby. Let's go.
It's the newest fantasy game from the Democratic Party.
Those Democrats, they're so cute.
Yeah.
So, hey, welcome to Plausible Foolishness. Listen, man, we're just two normal guys from normal America who have perspective on things, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Thank you so much for following us everywhere on twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. That's where you can watch the main show, where you can get all the effects, you can get all the graphics, all the craziness, and we last a lot longer on Twitch, so towards the end of the show, we get a little bit more pop culture, and a little bit more of the things that we like talking about besides politics. Make sure you hop over there to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. That's what keeps the lights on. That's what keeps us going, doing what we've got to do. Thank you for our TikTok following. That is crazy how much that's boosted this show, and really appreciate us for all the followings. On my personal page, The Strong One, we're at 21,000 followers right now, which is crazy.
We're 54 followers on the Plausible Foolishness page from 1,000.
Yeah, which means you can go live once you're at 1,000, by the way.
Yo.
So, hey, on this, if you're hopping on my TikTok, make sure afterwards or right now, you can hop there, hop back, go to at Plausible Foolishness, which is always good. What's going on, man? The White Fat Albert, what's up, brother, man? This guy, you're a beast, man. Everybody follow him on TikTok, by the way. He's a beast. But anyways, love you guys so much. This is Plausible Foolishness. We're going to get into it today, and we got a lot of fun things to do. But make sure you follow us everywhere on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Where else are we? TikTok. We're on The Strong One, and we're on the Plausible Foolishness. Make sure you follow both of those bad boys. And we're just out here to destroy logic. So it's going to be a lot of fun today, and I'm very, very excited. I'm a little jacked up. If you can see on the screen, I got me a little energy drink today. Yeah! We're going to get a little bit crazy with it today.
Your neighbors.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry, neighbors. Yeah, but anyways, it's going to be a lot of fun today, so make sure you hang around with this. It is going to get crazy. What's going on? Is Deep State on?
No, that's XG Box Snipe.
Yes.
Coming over from TikTok.
Hey, and if you switch over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness, hit that follow button. There's going to be a really cool graphic that pops up, then you'll be part of the craziness. So make sure
you'll be joining the Rube Empire.
The Rube Empire, baby. Let's go. So make sure you guys head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Hit that follow. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll go from there. What's up, Freedom Redneck? What's going on?
Welcome back, man. Long time no see.
And Romina. What up, Romina? We miss you, girl. Gosh, Romina was so much fun. So, you ready to get into this bad boy?
Yeah, let's go.
Dude, I'm ready to get rocking, man.
So,
fire away in the hole, man.
Well, it's the newest game.
Newest game?
It's about to hit the shelves.
What?
Actually, I think it already released a couple days ago.
Gaming? Let's go.
Yep.
What do we got?
It's called World of War Crimes. Deep State. Oh, man. He's checking our taxes.
Deep State, you are my favorite person that follows us on Twitch. Listen, if you're not on twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness,
join this chat.
You got to join this
good
chat.
Stuff.
That's just good stuff. That's just good crap. Sorry. We'll get to that later.
Thank you,
on
Vince.
the show.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Vinny Mac.
All right. So, it's the latest game. Who are we going to make cry today?
Liberals.
Yes. Always. It's called World of War Crimes.
Yeah. Ooh. What platform's it on? What platform?
Oh, it's on every platform.
Oh, really?
CNN, NBC, MSNBC,
those
ABC.
Platforms?
That was good.
Oh,
that was
That
was good. Right? That was good.
Listen, this is why we do the show together.
On the fly.
We didn't even practice that.
No.
We didn't even practice that. Go ahead.
Anyway, so, if you didn't hear, we got him.
Who?
Soleimani. Iranian general.
Okay, sounds good.
Blew him up.
I love it.
Blew him up.
Boom.
Yeah.
Bombs over Baghdad. Tehran.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Bombs over Tehran.
Bombs over Baghdad airport.
Yeah, sounds good. I like that.
The left. Well, so surprisingly,
No. They're celebrating that we took down a terrorist that killed hundreds of Americans, right? The left is excited. They're ecstatic. They're behind the president. They're jacked up to support what the president was doing by taking out a person who has killed Americans, correct? Is that what they did? Is that what the left did?
I'm going to let this screenshot tell the story for us.
Who?
Okay.
Oh, the screenshot on twitch.tv/Plausible
Yeah, that would
Foolishness?
be this one.
Gotcha.
And I'll just go ahead and bring that up there.
Freedom Redneck. Please read it for these guys. This is great.
So if you can't see, this is... if you don't know who this is because she's not really relevant.
True.
And TikTok, you can't see this. Why don't you bring them over?
Yeah, dude, twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. You'll be able to see this. You'll be able to see this. Come on, TikTok. Figure it out.
This is Rose McGowan. She used to be on such hit shows like Charmed. And... Charmed, I don't really know what else she was in.
She was Marilyn Manson's girlfriend for a little bit, too.
That's true. Yeah.
Marilyn Manson's girlfriend.
So she's shaved her head, and she started the Me Too movement and all that stuff. Dear Iran, the USA has disrespected your country, your flag, your people.
What?
52% of us humbly apologize. We want peace with your nation. We are being held hostage by a terrorist regime. We do not know how to escape. Please do not kill us.
Dear Lord in heaven. It
hurts.
You know that scene in Billy Madison?
It hurts.
You know that scene in Billy Madison where he gives the worst answer of all time, and the commentator says, "We are now dumber for hearing that answer." That's exactly what I feel like right now. She can leave. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I responded to that tweet. That's from a tweet that was on Twitter. I responded to that tweet with this. It's Proverbs 18:2. A fool does not delight in understanding, but only in airing his opinions.
Is that from the Word of God?
It is from
the inerrant Word of God? The source of wisdom, morality, in reality?
Yeah.
No way, man. That's crazy. It's almost like the Bible knew what was going on here.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. This is a person who clearly does not know or is willfully ignorant to Iran and all their dealings in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, they're the brother to everybody in the world, right?
Yeah, oh my gosh. I mean, when we did this to Iran, it was kind of like, I mean, it would have been as if we did this to like a place like Switzerland.
Really?
Or...
Really?
Switzerland.
Interesting, like Switzerland. So, Iran's a thriving metropolis where they treat their women correct, right?
Well, in the 1960s, yes.
Oh, in the 1960s, but we're in 2020, right?
Oh, gosh, yeah. No, it's been really bad since then.
What?
Oh, my gosh. We're in 2020?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I traveled to the wrong time.
So in 2020, how do they treat their women over there?
Oh, terrible.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
How about gays? How do they treat gays out there?
Even worse.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And, geez, that's weird. So, and don't they sponsor terrorists that kill us?
Oh, yeah.
That's called proxy wars, kiddos.
Yeah, they sponsored ISIS. They sponsored terrorism.
ISIS, the good guys?
Yeah, they sponsored rebels in Iran.
In
Syria, I mean.
Yeah.
They probably have ties to the Taliban in Afghanistan. I wouldn't be surprised.
No way. Those guys, they're so nice. And they completely were killed unprovoked, right?
No.
Oh. Did they do something this week?
Okay, well, I wasn't going to mention this because it really destroys everything that the left is saying.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But, yeah, they attacked one of our embassies.
No way! Yeah. They attacked our embassy?
Yeah.
And we retaliated?
Yes. Now...
That's not what Obama would do!
No, he would send the money. Which is the right thing to do, right?
Yeah, you send your enemies planefuls of money.
See, now, when Iran... This is what you need to understand.
Yeah.
When Iran is chanting at the behest of their leaders...
Yeah.
Death to America.
Oh, death to America.
Yeah, death to America.
Death to America.
That's because we're wealthy and they're poor. You see, because we've been stealing the resources because wealth is a limited resource. And so because we have so much, they have so little.
Got it.
There's this great book. It's called Das Kapital.
Yeah.
Or there's also the Communist Manifesto. Read either of those. It's by this guy, Karl Marx. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. And every implementation of his philosophy has been a total disaster.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, so
That's
we should really
weird.
We should really look at the world through his lenses.
Unbelievable.
And so it's really just inequality. So by us sending money to them, billions of dollars, we're relieving that inequality, and thus we're going to diminish intentions.
So to
the evil intentions, the so-called evil, but really it's really just they're freedom fighters. They're fighting for their liberty to take our money and
so did terrorist attacks
destroy us.
Stop when Obama gave them money?
No.
Oh yeah, they're attacking every. No. Okay, gotcha.
But listen.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, listen. We don't need your toxic facts.
Toxic facts.
Your hate facts.
Oh man. No, listen, here's the deal. Liberal logic has been in full display. I used to make a joke that if Donald Trump walked on water, they would say he couldn't swim. Okay? If Donald Trump said that he liked breathing air, the mainstream media would immediately start saying, Donald Trump loves air, stop breathing, it's evil and racist and homophobic.
They'd be putting bags over there.
Yeah, so here's the deal. So
do you see this?
What's up?
Romina, her friend is from there. She made a movie to empower females, and she had to leave the country. If she goes back, it's not good.
Oh, jeez.
That's so surprising to me.
Weird.
In no way whatsoever.
Not at all. Not surprising whatsoever. But here's the liberal logic, and this is what blows me away. What's the number one job of the President of the United States?
To protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America.
Oh, and everyone that lives here.
From all enemies, both foreign and domestic.
Okay, gotcha. So when our embassy is attacked, which is sovereign soil of the United States of America, now, thank God no one died. That's a great thing. When that happens, it's the duty of the commander-in-chief to go after those enemies. Period. True or false?
Agreed.
Okay, just checking.
The commander-in-chief of the armed forces, right?
Now, the previous commander-in-chief...
Hillary Clinton.
No. Barack Hussein Obama, his Secretary of State was Hillary Clinton.
And she was the one running the show.
Yes.
While he slept.
Yes, gotcha.
During Benghazi, I don't know.
On September 11th, 2012, when... in Libya, Benghazi, when our embassy
that's why I got confused.
Was attacked. Yeah, it's crazy. It's all the same. It's all globalism. But, sorry. But when we got attacked and one of our ambassadors died with 4 people, amazingly, we just let them die. If you need a reference for that, since... nobody can actually research anymore. Watch the movie 13 Hours. That'll give you a little bit of insight of what happened there.
Breaking news, though. CNN is reporting Trump was eating ice cream during the attack.
Oh, my gosh.
Unlike Obama, who was sleeping during the attack on our people.
Oh, weird. That's so weird, man. But anyways, last president ignores it, lets people die, blames a filmmaker for the attack, arrests him, and then ignores it and says, oh, it was a conspiracy, nothing happened here. But 4 Americans died. Any retaliation? Instead...
he did use drones to assassinate American citizens.
Oh, yeah. He killed more Americans
there was that.
With drone strikes. Got it.
There was that. And he bombed the most out of any president ever in the history of our country.
Interesting.
With drone strikes and things like that.
And simultaneously flew in a whole plane full of money to Iran, who probably sponsored that attack on Benghazi. But that's another story for another time. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the previous president before, okay? And good old George W. Bush. Now, he's a globalist too. I am not defending George W. Bush. But what I will say is, presidents typically are supposed to do their job and defend the United States of America instead of sending us to places with fake weapons of mass destruction, and that's another story for another time. Just saying, they never found the weapons of mass destruction. But it's funny listening to the liberal logic all day today. Sorry, that's the voice I have to use when I say those phrases together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what if Macho Man Randy Savage just started talking normally?
Yeah, that'd be weird. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you. Hi, and by the way, my name is Macho Man Randy Savage. How weird would that be?
Hi, I'm Macho Man
Randy Savage.
How are you doing today?
Hi.
Listen, when we get in that ring, we're gonna see the cream rise to the top.
The cream of the crop.
It's gonna rise to the top.
Sorry.
I'll never eat a pig because a pig is a cop.
Sorry. But anyways, sorry. That's good.
I don't know. I switched into House of Pain.
No, listen, House of Pain. You're all good, dude. Listen, but here's the deal. Long story short, okay? Here's the thing. I'm not going to defend any president in between Reagan and Trump. Sorry. I'm not going to. The way we've handled things in the foreign realm have been pretty piss poor. And this is what I also like to bring up. The last time Iran tried to mess with us for real was a hostage situation that was under the President Reagan. How'd that go? We got our hostages back, and Iran backed the frick off because they knew that good old Reagan had a thumb on the trigger at any time.
Now, but what brought about that situation?
Oh, there was a lot of things that brought about the situation.
But I distinctly remember it was the president before Reagan
Jimmy Carter
doing such a piss poor job.
Oh, Jimmy Carter doing a Barack Obama. Yes. Pandering to Iran. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. It's amazing what happens when you show strength. It's amazing what happens. Now, here's the deal. Iran's probably going to try to pull something off or whatever. Don't get me wrong. But for everybody that's calling for World War III, let's pump the brakes.
No. They're not calling for it. They're
here.
trying like
it's here.
This is happening.
It's here.
And that Trump is a war criminal who he didn't go through whatever the proper channels. It's blah 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 blah.
Just like, I wonder, did Obama go through the proper channels when he did drone strikes?
No.
George W. when he went after the weapons of mass destruction?
No.
Oh.
No.
Weird. But
did you know that Senator Chuck Schumer was not informed?
What? Chuck Schumer?
Yeah.
Mr. Liar himself was not informed? Wow, that's crazy, man.
Dinesh D'Souza had a great rebuttal to that. He was like,
what'd he say?
Yeah, Iran didn't know about it either for probably the same reason.
That's so true. That's so true. And that's the reality of the situation is there's so many leaks in D.C., he can't really telegraph any of this stuff. And he even said that was one of his campaign promises. He wasn't going to telegraph when he was coming to take people out like Barack Obama did, which was interesting. But it's very interesting. So I hate to use history, but I think it was Teddy Roosevelt that said, speak softly and carry a big stick. Okay? Notice that there was no boots in the ground for this airstrike, and we took out a major asset for Iran with an airstrike.
Their most esteemed general.
With an airstrike. No American lives were lost. Weird, unlike Obama. He did it pretty clean, which is interesting. And what the funny thing about the whole situation is the absolute hysteria of the left, because we know that hysteria is the calling card of liberal logic. So anyways, my point is this. He's doing the thing that what a president should do. And that's the other thing that I've noticed about this whole situation. They're freaking out about a president.
They're just trying to grab whatever they can. They're just trying to grab whatever they can.
Orange man bad.
To get their way.
Orange man bad. Orange man bad. But yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. But anyways, to the point, here's what I have to say about the whole Iran situation. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Sorry.
Here's another thing. Sorry. I just remembered. Did you see the video of the Iranian people, the common people's reaction?
What'd they do
to the general?
What?
Let me think about it.
Mourning?
No.
Gnashing of teeth?
No, it wasn't.
Ashes? Wailing?
It was dancing. I'm pretty sure it was
dancing. Oh no!
In the streets.
Because to your point,
Butcher General was dead.
To your point, the thing they're not talking about in the mainstream media is there is a revolt that's happening in that country right now. They're trying to overthrow the mullah. What is it, the mullahs that are in control over there and stuff like that, because their economy is completely destroyed because of the actions that Donald Trump took against them. So they're feeling the heat already. I think Trump is systematically doing what Trump does, which is destroy people, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy watching it.
And did you know that Soleimani planned the Benghazi attack?
Interesting.
So now he's dead.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Oh my goodness.
This guy likes attacking...
He likes killing.
Okay.
But anyways, that's what it is.
Okay, and here's some facts. He murdered his own citizens, directed Assad's genocide, murdered and injured Americans, planned attack on our embassy, was plotting to kill more Americans, and his death is currently being celebrated by the citizens of Iraq and Syria.
And America.
But Americans of the Democratic Party are defending him.
Just like didn't they defend that what is it, the Asteric Rhodes Scholar that we killed last time?
Yeah. The Austere Scholar.
Oh, Austere Scholar.
Al-Baghdadi, right?
Trump has an amazing magic trick. He can get the loony liberals to defend any evil, which is hilarious to me. So, it is what it is, but that's what we're dealing with, America. That's what we're into right now, and it's cracking me up every single day, man. Now, here's the deal. If you are on Twitch, listen, there's a lot of people on TikTok right now. Make sure that you go to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness, because the show won't be live for the entire time. We're going to switch over towards the end. So make sure you head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. You're missing an amazing board right now, which is hilarious. We got Freedom Redneck. We got Romina. We've got the Deep State, who's always watching us. He's actually checking our taxes right now. We've got a lot of fun people on that page right now, chatting it up. And if you're trying to chat to me right now on TikTok, I can't see it because I'm a million miles away, even though it looks like I'm very close. Objects appear closer than they are in this on this camera, but it is what it is. And I don't want you to miss out on anything that's going on. So head to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. I think it's, what is it again? It's twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Yeah, so make sure you head over there right now. So Iran is going on, which is hilarious. Now, the other thing I've noticed that today, it's been awkwardly quiet about impeachment. Whatever happened to the orange man getting turned into a peach? What happened to that, man? Do you remember?
Oh, gosh.
Do you remember Orange Man?
Yeah.
Peach?
It's yet another week has gone by and still no trial.
Oh, that's weird. So it was a absolute national emergency that we needed to impeach Donald J. Trump. We voted for it in the House magically, and nothing's been given to the Senate. Does any like that happened? What happened?
I have no idea.
What happened? I hate to quote the Joker. What happened? Did your balls fall off? I mean, like, what's going on? That was a good Joker, man.
Yeah, it was good.
That was a good Heath Ledger, man.
It's
my voice command is getting on. It's getting fiery right now, so it's crazy. But pro Orange Man bad. He means killing terrorists. But anyways. Orange Man bad. He's killing people that want to kill us. Anyways, but yeah, it's interesting to me that nothing's been said about impeachment. Nothing. So now the loony left, this is what they have to offer you. Impeachment, that's never going to happen. And they're going to say Orange Man bad because he took out a terrorist general. Mm-hmm. That's what they have to offer to you. And then they wonder why Brexit's happening. And they wonder why there's going to be a steamroll that happens pretty soon.
That's the other thing. When she says 52% of us, blah, blah, blah.
Who?
Rose McGowan.
Who?
Yeah.
52 who?
Clearly you haven't seen any of the polling in like the black community and so on and so forth.
34% favorability in the black community. And for all the loony lefties, like, that's not very good. Most Republicans get like 3%. He's almost 10 times the amount of people with black support, which is hilarious. But, that's another story for another time. We've talked about that on the show. The other thing, too, is this. All those anti-Trumpers, all those never-Trumpers that said, I wouldn't vote for Trump. I'm pointing at this guy right next to me. He's going to vote for Trump this time. I'm just kidding, man. I love you, man.
Oh, that's true. I didn't vote for Trump last time. I didn't vote for Hillary either.
How good are you going to feel casting that vote?
Fantastic.
For Trump this time?
I wasn't convinced at the time.
Deep State.
America loves impeachment. It's true.
But yeah, man, it's crazy. But at the end of the day, it's really simple. It's amazing how angry people are getting at Donald Trump for doing his job, to the point where they're trying to impeachment. Is that what it was? Impeachment? Yeah. Impeach him for doing the things that he said he was going to do, which is increase the GDP, increase the economy, lower unemployment, move the embassy from Tel Aviv to Israel, secure the border. Which is the funny thing too is he hasn't built a ton of wall, but I think what the immigration numbers came out last week, and they're astoundingly low, because not that he's changing any laws or doing anything different, he's just enforcing the laws that are on the books, which is crazy. He's sticking a big middle finger to China, which is, getting that done. He's just doing a lot of the things he said he was going to do. My only beef with him recently was the omnibus bill they just passed. Mm-hmm. They just passed the omnibus bill, and there was so much trash in there, and it blows up our blows up our debt,
budget, yeah.
Blows up our budget even more. And the thing is funny is, and I pointed this, or I was trying to point this out on TikTok is even from Trump's own mouth. If we got over 24 trillion, that's like the point of no return. Once we get over 24 trillion in debt, there's no way we're ever going to pay that back, which is interesting. So we're at like 23 trillion right now, which is not good. Now, he didn't blow this up as much as Barack Obama has, don't get me wrong.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, here's the problem, is like, I don't like it either.
No, I hate it.
Spending. But it seems to me like he's fighting on so many fronts that it's like, okay, do I really need to fight on on budget right now? No.
True.
Because the economy's kicking butt.
Kicking ass, yeah.
So we can kind of cover this for now. But once I get all this crap done, then we can go, hopefully. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to sit back and be like, Trump, the savior of America, is
not gonna happen.
Clearly planning on this.
He's not.
This is just 4D chess right here. But, like, if I was in his boots and fighting on as many fronts as I'm fighting on, okay, budget, whatever, man.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. I agree with that sentiment, because at the end of the day, the omnibus bill was like 300 pages. Nobody read it. It gave whoa!
Welcome to the Rube Empire.
Sorry, I'm doing my...
This is...
Who jumped on, man? Who that, dog?
Budley Allen.
Budley Allen, what's up? Budley Allen just did something amazing, TikTokers. Make sure you hop over to twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. You get the full show, you get the graphics, you get all the fun stuff. You'll get the noises that we get to make like this. Or my favorite...
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frog.
So make sure you head over there, make sure you subscribe, and we'll give you a lot of love and all that fun stuff like that. But welcome to the Rube Empire, man. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. So it's all good. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Corley, he's a good dude. He's good peoples, man.
Right on.
But yeah, so here's the deal. Long story short, and guess what? If you hop over to twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness, I can actually see your comments. I can't see them on TikTok. I love you guys.
So tiny.
It's so tiny.
It's
so tiny. And I can't see
small.
them. So jump over to twitch.tv.
TikTok chat, so small.
So small.
Twitch chat, so big.
Very, very big.
Very big.
Was that a racist comment? That's racist.
Well, tell that to South Park.
Okay? The Tita she walls.
Jim Pokemon.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
It's the best.
Pokemon. But anyways, make sure you head over there.
You gotta buy it.
Yeah, so hey guys, make sure you head over to twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. If you're hopping on TikTok, I love the love that you're giving me on this bad boy, even the hate. I love your hate as well. But hop over to Twitch.
Welcome, man. Hit that follow button.
Hit follow, bro. Don't just switch over. You gotta hit that follow button,
XG
man.
Box Night. Where's that follow?
Zudo, dude, you gotta hit follow. Hit follow. Just hit freaking follow, man. Just scroll over, follow, and you're back in the game, baby. What's up, man? Oh, what's the Twitch again? It's twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. Twitch.tv. Oh, it's another one! Ah!
Oh, yeah.
Who jumped on there?
Voodoo,
what's up, baby? It's twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness, okay? Twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. And if you're on TikTok, make sure you switch over.
Okay, thanks.
What's going on, baby?
XG Box Snipe is already following.
Hey, Snipe, we love you, bro. Listen, friendly fire.
My bad.
Friendly fire, bro.
My bad.
Friendly fire, bro.
My bad.
Why are you jumping down his throat like that, bro? Why are you jumping down his throat? That's messed up, man.
Why? I just want to say. I love seeing that graphic. I love seeing that guy in the hurricane with the American flag and the...
That's so American. That's so us, too. We're Florida.
Yep.
Hurricanes.
Yep. For sure.
But yeah, man.
Go Canes.
Go Canes. What?
Yes.
What? That bowl game was really awesome, man. Louisiana Tech, bro! 14-0. You lost to Louisiana Tech, man.
Listen, I don't care what their record is. I mean, I do care because I want them to win, but...
I'll throw up a little bit of that, man. I'll throw up a little bit of that for you, man.
I can't... I don't know... Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's all good. Listen. Tennessee. Wish that I was born on Rocky Top. Yes, I pander, dang it. But not... Bro. Not the Canes. Oh, my gosh. Okay, roll call real quick before we keep the show going. If you're on twitch.tv.com, give us your team, please. We want to know who your team is. I will make a confession. I am a Notre Dame fan. I'm a hardcore Notre Dame fan from Ohio. This guy's a Cane. So it's Catholics versus convicts, and I am not a Catholic whatsoever. I blew up the Pope on Twitch or on TikTok this week.
That video is painful to watch.
Yeah, can we talk about that for 2 seconds,
Yeah.
man? That's awesome. David Hester. Yeah, that's true. Very true, man. Very true. Listen, here's the deal. It's very interesting to me, and this is my 10 cents that I'm going to say about this. And I am not a Michigan fan. Come on, bro. Come. Go. Go. Still pissed about that game. That's the only time I was mad this whole year in college football. Was watching the Michigan game. It's raining. We're in South Bend, and somehow, or was it the Big House? I don't remember. But we're raining. It's raining. And for some reason, we couldn't score a freaking point at all. It was bullcrap. Freaking blue. But anyways, head over to twitch.tv/plausible foolishness. Here's the deal. Listen, I'm not Catholic bashing, okay? You just don't follow the Word of God. It just is what it is. That is an honest-to-God reality, okay? The Reformation happened for a reason. Because guess what? The priesthood was keeping the Bible, the Word of God from people, and they're just adding stuff that wasn't supposed to be in there. So long story short, they added this thing called the Pope. The Pope is not found in the Bible. Let me repeat that. The Pope, not in the Bible. Oregon Ducks. Good win, by the way, in the Rose Bowl. Sorry. Boomer Sooner! Okay, I'll take a Boomer Sooner. I don't hate on the Boomer Sooner. But anyways, long story short, where's the Pope in the Bible? It's not. It's not there. So we've elevated this guy as the head of the church, which biblically, who's the head of the church, Matt?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Christ is the head of the church. Nobody is going to take the place of Christ. If you try to take the place of Christ, that is idolatry, which is a sin. So if you're holding the position of Pope and you're put on the pedestal, you are putting yourself in the place of an idol. That's not a good place, and that's not a good place to be. Let's get real with ourselves. Period. Now, here's the cool deal. Long story short, everybody that's defending the Pope, like, oh, that lady shouldn't have been holding on to his hand and blah, 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 blah.
She barely did anything. He was...
Yeah, but, okay, to be fair, I've been wanting to do that on our show so bad.
We've done it before.
Yeah, to be fair. If you're a Letterkenny fan, make sure you watch the new season. It's tremendous. But anyways, the only reason the girl is grabbing his hand and holding on to him that bad is because the Catholic Church has elevated him to a position where he's God. And if you thought you were holding on to God's hand, would you really let go? Mm-hmm. So you got brainwashed people believing the Pope is God. What do you expect to happen? But here's the funny thing. If you're the head of the church now, and you are in the position of God, the head of the church, that's not a very godly response. Let's get real with ourselves. Now, to be fair, we all get impatient sometimes. We all do crazy things. Trust me, I've been known to do that a lot on the show. I lose it on liberals with their silly liberal logic, and I lose it sometimes, okay? But here's the point. It's a bad look all the way around. It's a bad look that this girl's brainwashed to the point where she thinks the Pope is God. It's a bad look that the Pope slaps somebody away. That's a bad look. It's just a bad look all the way around.
And here's the other thing. I was watching a video, and it's a compilation of him just not wanting to touch
people.
Because
he thinks they're beneath him.
Like there's a line where they're greeting him, and everybody wants to kiss his hand because, you know... And that's what you do, and he just is pulling his hand away.
Yeah,
he can't get them to not touch him quick enough.
Because they've.
And then it ends with a video of him holding a child as the child is talking for like a very long time. I mean, it's not. He's not touching him inappropriately, but he has no problem with the child touching him.
Yeah.
Now, as God, suffer the little children to come unto me.
Yeah.
No, not even close.
Bearded Man wants to know on TikTok, he has a question, where do we belong to? We are followers of Jesus Christ. Period. I can speak for myself and speak for this man. We are followers of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the light. No one gets to the Father except through him. We are followers of Jesus Christ. We believe that Christ died on a cross for every single one of our sins. We believe that he rose again. We believe and affirm that he is the Savior of the entire universe. We put our faith and trust in him and we've repented of our sins. Does that make us perfect? Absolutely not. I just referenced Letterkenny literally 10 seconds ago, okay? I am a fallen being, but that's the beautiful thing about Christ. He's died for every single one of my transgressions, and I put my faith in him. And because of that, I've been made right in the sight of God, and I will follow him to the day I die. And afterwards in the afterlife. But that's where we're at, man. Hopefully that answers your question, man. So, sorry, I had to throw a little gospel in that, man.
Yeah.
Had to get him with a little Kanye. Just kidding. Yeah. I've been watching way too much NWA, bro.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with NWA. But anyway,
I'm glad it took you long enough.
It did take me a while.
Yeah.
But you know what it was? The moment that I realized that, and we'll talk about this later, but no, I'll save it for the end of the show. But the moment I realized that Eli Drake and the Pope was on the show, I was like, done, sold. I'm in there, baby. Yeah, it is what it is. But
got a comment here. Hi, I'm from South Africa. English is my second language, so it takes me forever to tip. Do you have any opinions on South Africa?
Yeah, I do. One, let me start there. So that's a really good question. One, congratulations on the World Cup. That was amazing. Phenomenal story. I love seeing South Africa. I love seeing the Springboks win the World Cup in rugby. That fired me up. You're going to get pissed at me, but reality, I do like the All Blacks a little bit better of New Zealand. But I love seeing the Springboks win. That's amazing. And seeing the first African black captain win the championship, I think, was an unbelievable situation. Now, we have talked about it before on our show. There are some crazy things going on in your country, and I know you're very familiar with it. The farm killings, the farm murders, which we actually had a missionary group from South Africa on our show. If you go on YouTube, if you actually go to our YouTube page, it's one of our early films, right?
Yeah.
It's one of our early deals. We talk about South Africa specifically, which is actually really cool that he's bringing that up on our show. But, it's very scary to me that people in your government are okay with farmers just getting killed because
and just
they're white or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
And the wholesale theft of land by the government to give back to to racial equity, as I'm sure they're putting it, which is not to be equated with equality. Equity is not equality.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not, and to be honest with you, and I'm not dissing South Africa, because I really want to go to Johannesburg.
Heck yeah, Budley Allen.
What? Was he a missionary?
in South Africa?
Attaboy.
Right.
Hey, I'm giving you a clap for that, man. I love that, man. Love that about this guy. Make sure, Budley, good dude. Anyways, long story short, the thing to me that's interesting about it, and the reason why we talk about South Africa is not because it's a bad place or bad people. It's just what happens when bad ideas ruminate, when they grow. We allow people. When
we foster an environment where that rewards envy and bitterness and hatred.
And time out. We're not saying apartheid was a good thing. It's
a
horrible thing.
It was the same thing, just roles reversed.
Yes, it was a horrible, terrible thing. But I think sometimes when we try to adjust or make up for those things, corruption happens in the government to the point where we allow the farm killings to happen and no one says a word. We are okay with bad things happening. The reason why we talk about it here in the States is because a lot of times in the States we get in this bubble. We think that history just started at 1776, which I'm very guilty of, if that makes sense. We actually forget about a worldview. And the reality is you see free countries like South Africa going down this road. And if we don't combat that here in the United States, the same thing will happen. And not saying that you're a terrible country or you're a bad country, but we don't want anybody persecuted for the color of their skin.
Yeah.
And that goes both ways. Racism is not a one-way street. Tolerance is not a one-way street. It can flip the other way, and it can easily do that here in the United States if we allow things to happen. So,
that's what they're pushing for.
And
they're actively pushing for.
They're actively pushing for.
You've been fighting with the dude on TikTok about it.
And that's the thing is, when I go on TikTok and I dismantle little guys like Unconscious Lily who spout this crap, eventually these people will, like no offense, but dumb people will believe these ideas, get into power, and then they'll use that racism that's towards white people just because they're white to justify allowing them to get killed, which is absolutely sad and tragic that's going on in South Africa. So at the end of the day, I pray for South Africa. I'm a massive South Africa fan. I love seeing you guys win the World Cup. Trust me, I want to go to Johannesburg. I want to go to Cape Town. I'm a little afraid to swim in your water because great white sharks are like everywhere down there. But I can't wait to be there eventually. That's one continent I haven't been on. I haven't been on Africa yet, bro. I've been to most of the continents except for that one, man. How sad is that? I got to change that, bro.
I've only been to one other country.
What?
Yeah, I've only been to Europe.
Yeah, but you've been to Europe.
Yeah.
You've been to Switzerland, right?
Yes. Zermatt, Switzerland.
Zermatt.
So one of the most beautiful cities on the planet, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
Gotcha.
I'm a big fan of the mountains, so.
Question. Do you pray for Lily? I do pray for unconscious Lily. I do. I even made a video today begging him to stop hitting himself. I really did, because what happens a lot of times is we get in these echo chambers and these bubbles, and his big thing is, I'm a victim, white people are bad, and white guilt, okay? That works for a certain demographic, but the reality of the situation is real America, where we actually... I've been to Sharm. No, nice. Egypt. Nice. Very cool. But what happens is when that goes unchallenged, people get very arrogant, and then they think that their ideas are concrete until they run into reality, facts, and just reality and facts, and then your world gets destroyed. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how it goes. But if you check out my videos on TikTok, you can see my takedown of poor unconscious Lily. But I do pray for him. I pray, number one, that he finds Jesus as his Lord and Savior. I pray that he repents of his sin. And two, that he realizes that in the Word of God, there is neither Greek nor Jew, nor white nor black. There's only two distinctions in this world. It's either you're in Christ or you're not. It's really simple. That is the massive distinction when it comes to spirituality and reality, is there's only two distinctions. You're either in Christ or not. And a lot of times people that are not in Christ will buy into racism, oppression, victimhood, and all this bullcrap that's out here. So I think it's super important that all of you figure out who Jesus is. I always tell people that all the time, figure out who Jesus is. If I can tell you one thing other than liberal logic, lifting weights, or talking about geopolitical things, is...
Or wrestling.
Or wrestling. Yeah! Okay? That's good. Yeah. That's pretty spot on. Is know Jesus. Okay? Know who Jesus is. That has more ramifications in your life than anything that we're going to talk about. I love rooting for Trump. Don't get me wrong. I disagree with Trump, especially this omnibus bill that raised the smoking age to 21 or some bullcrap like that. Whatever. Trust me, I want to root for him, but Jesus is the only reason Trump's in power, period. I hate to break it to you. The power, the principalities of this world are only there because of Christ. So you've got to understand that if you're going to understand anything, and hopefully that answers, that was a long, convoluted, blah, blah, blah answer to the question. But yes, I pray for good old unconscious Lily, growing up in the mean streets of Oklahoma and Texas. I pray for him every single day that, he, stays away from the KKK that's everywhere apparently there, and, he makes something of himself. So, but anyways, back to the point, man. Back to the show. Glory to God alone, my friend, absolutely. But I love that we have people from South Africa on this, man.
Yeah,
We're cool. So international, man.
International.
We're so internationalia. Favorite country you've been to other than America? Go, fire. This is completely off the cuff, but we're gonna go rock with it.
Well, the favorite city that I went to was Zermatt, Switzerland.
Zermatt. They speak French, or what do they speak there?
German.
German,
yeah.
Nice, I like it.
But actually, everybody that it's a small city in the Alps, like under the shadow of the Matterhorn.
Nice.
Like
the ride.
And yeah, right. And then everybody was super nice. There were no cars there because it's so small. You just walk everywhere.
That's true.
And we were there in May, and you could still go skiing.
Nice.
And everybody was super nice. They weren't like, filthy Americans,
Filthy Americans.
And everybody spoke English. I had zero problem with interacting with anybody.
Nice.
They all spoke English to me just fine.
Nice.
It was sweet.
Romina says Croatia. I desperately want to go to Croatia. Because it's right there. It's right there in the Mediterranean. It's right across from Greece.
Yeah.
That'd be so sweet, man. South Africa is obviously a place I want to go. My favorite, I am a imperialist snob, so I love London. So I'm a huge London fan. I love seeing the entire world in one city. I love the food. I love the people. I have a good old time, and seeing my big jolly butt running around the streets of London is hilarious, and people have a fun time with it, and they immediately know I'm American, like instantaneously. I don't know why. Maybe I give off that red, white, and blue vibe. You know what I mean? So yeah. It is what it is.
It was probably the "Don't Tread on Me" shirt.
Yeah, don't tread on me, America. My Donald Pump shirt. You know what I mean? So it's all good, dude.
I wonder why.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. But yeah, that's how it goes, man. But yeah, it's always good. It's always fun, but that's how she goes, man. So, anyways, back on topic, baby. What were we going to talk about next? We talked about, Orange Man bad in one sense, letting the omnibus bill, but we understand why he did it. I'm proud to be an American with Iran. We talked about the heretical pope that, is doing heresy every single day. But what are the fun things you got for us today, man? What are the fun things that happened in your world that we haven't talked about? Oh, by the way, something happened in Texas.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember something happened in Texas?
Yeah.
Now, let me set this one up. Democrat frontrunner Joe Biden, not too long ago, said that it was a terrible and bad idea that people...
When Governor Abbott
Yes.
signed into law that people could now carry their concealed weapons in church, which was illegal before in Texas.
Yes.
Terrible idea.
Absolutely terrible.
And as we saw in Texas, Joe Biden was exactly right.
No,
Right? No?
not at all.
No?
So here's the funny thing. Joe Biden, the frontrunner...
Wait, but he's a Democrat. He's got to be right.
No, Democrats are not very smart. They have that thing called liberal logic. So here we go.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah, the liberal logic, that it's a symptom of that TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. If you do have that, make sure you get it checked out. It is detrimental. It'll have you believing a lot of crazy things. But anyways, back to the deal.
Pretty virulent, too.
Virulent. It's kind of crazy. But,
Chaos Space Marines.
Chaos Space Marines. So here's the deal. So the front runner, Joe Biden, Smoky Joe, Creepy Joe, touches kids in a weird way, Joe, touches women in a weird way, Joe, said it was a horrible idea that it was protected that people that go to houses of worship pack heat. It didn't age well. Let's just say that. That did not age well, because over the weekend, a crazy psycho went into a church and shot somebody. Now, normally how the story goes is he kills like 10 or 15 people, okay? Now, he was put down in literally 6 seconds by a true American. What's that guy's name that put him down? He was a stud.
Later, Nim. Have a good night.
See you, brother, man. Yeah, what time is it in South Africa?
So it was 5:30 here.
In the morning?
I mean, I would guess.
Dang, bro, go to sleep, man. But thanks for watching, man. We appreciate it. Good South Africa talk. I didn't know we were talking about South Africa. But that's what happens when you're on twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness and twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Because if you're talking on the live stream on TikTok, I love it, but it's so teeny weeny. I can't see it.
So small.
TikTok is so small. It's so small. Twitch is so big. But anyways, so manly. But anyways, long story short, a true American, a patriot, a follower of Christ, who works security there, who has been preparing himself for this very situation, with one bullet headshots the guy who potentially could do some serious damage to a church, in a church. And here's the funny thing. What's missed in the whole situation, too, is if he missed, there were 5 other people drawing their weapon ready to take this mofo out. Okay? So here's the thing. As the Democratic frontrunner... Go ahead.
This guy, I think you're right, Voodoo. His first name was John.
John, yes.
He owns a range where he trains people to use their weapons effectively.
Yep.
And respond in these moments.
Yep.
But had he missed, you're absolutely right.
5 other people. We're coming. So if the first one don't get you,
we're coming.
We're coming. Yeah. I'm stealing that from Eli Drake. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm stealing that from Eli Drake. That's my favorite thing in wrestling. My favorite tagline in wrestling. But here's the deal. 5 were coming. Now, let's contrast that to a story that nobody wants to talk about. Because on TikTok, we always want to talk about white man bad. We want to talk about there's oppression only for black people. We want to talk about that guns are bad and so on and so forth. Over the weekend, actually, recently, there have been 2 attacks on Jews in New York. Specifically, weird Jews in New York getting attacked because they can't defend themselves. But that's another story for another time. Hey, is it Cuomo the governor over there?
Yeah.
Cuomo? Governor Cuomo, who won't let people, pack heat. But anyways, a man from the Black Hebrew Israelites group ran inside a house and started hacking Jewish people with a machete. None of the people there were packing heat. So 6 people are injured, and one person's probably going to die because of his injuries. Contrast that, well, not even contrast. A week earlier, there's a thing called Jersey City that no one talked about. Didn't I predict that was going to happen too? That happened on December 3rd. I predicted it on the show, and then I made a video about me predicting that there would be an attack. But anyways, Jersey City, shitty wall. Jersey City, a black Hebrew Israelite decides to go and shoot up a Jewish deli, kill 6 people. So here's the amazing thing about this whole situation. In New York, they have very strict gun laws, and they don't want you to have a gun, and people die.
Yeah, but not in New Jersey.
Well, New Jersey, same way, bro. Well, New Jersey's not as bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure it's
still the same crap.
Yeah,
it ain't Texas.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not Texas.
It ain't Texas.
It's not even Florida.
Florida, buddy. Florida, shouty. But anyways,
Voodoo makes a good point. The only bad thing that happened in the church shooting was 2 guys lost their lives. That is true,
and it's sad.
And that's
it's
you know
sad.
that's always been the argument that people have made. Is like, you know, if you get shot in the face, you're not gonna be able to pull your concealed weapon. And like that's you're absolutely right. But you know what? 200 other people didn't lose their lives because the guy who didn't get shot in the face pulled a gun and shot the bad guy.
I mean, it's
you know, it's like, yes, when somebody has bad intent, you don't have a lot of time if you're the unlucky one.
Yeah. So, Jersey illegal to commit crime with a bulletproof vest. I said serious. Is that real life? It's illegal to do a crime with a bulletproof vest. Oh yeah, because criminals, they follow laws. Anyways, but here's the thing. Here's just reality check. What happened in New Zealand at that mosque? Just tons of people died because nobody was packing heat. Mm-hmm. Nobody was packing heat. Nobody had anything to defend themselves. Contrast that with Texas, and people can defend themselves. Contrast that with Jersey City. Nobody could defend themselves. Nobody can defend themselves during Hanukkah. How crazy is that? But that's the world that we live in. That is what we live in. That is the world that we live in. It is an evil, fallen place. Guess what? Hate to break it to you, but a good guy with a gun is better than a good guy without a gun. Sorry.
And the good guy with the gun said, I feel like I stopped evil. And my response to that is, yeah, you did stop evil.
And
there's a reason why you feel that way. Because you absolutely did.
And let me
done.
Let me wrap that around amen, brother. Yeah. So here's the deal.
But, well, here's the other side. Meanwhile, in Virginia...
Oh, there's a lot of things going on in Virginia.
The governor is trying to...
Wait, is that Ralph Northam?
Yeah, it is Ralph Northam.
Is that the guy who did blackface?
Yeah, that is the guy who did blackface.
And
they got upset
KKK
about...
Hood. Or KKK Hood. We don't know which one.
We're not sure which one. But it was one or the other. And
time out.
That was a problem for a week, and then he was...
Time out. Polling question if you're on twitch.tv/plausible foolishness. What's worse, having blackface or wearing the KKK mask? Which is worse in that picture? We don't know which one Northam was. He was either blackface or the KKK hood. Which is worse? Keep going. Sorry about that.
In the future, I can actually make a poll of that.
I can't wait to see that poll, man.
We got a new computer coming, so...
new computer!
New, but...
Thank you, Patreon. We appreciate you. Yeah. Make sure you donate to us, guys.
Anyway,
Give us your money! Yeah?
Thanks, Eli.
Give us your money. Yeah?
So the good old Governor Northam,
KKK hood or blackface, we don't know which one, but yeah, keep going.
Either way, racist.
Racist.
Racist Governor Northam also wants to take away guns from the people of Virginia.
Shocker! A Democrat that wants to eradicate the Constitution?
Yeah, it's so
liberal logic.
And so here's what happened. It wasn't a smart move. Because now, 90% of Virginia counties, that's 90%. 90%.
Is that more than 52%?
Virginia, yeah, it's way more than 52%. 90% of counties have become Second Amendment sanctuaries. In other words, whatever law that Governor Northam makes, the sheriffs are not going to... enforce
it. They're not going to.
They don't care.
Democrats, liberals. This is what we call an epic fail. So, blackface or KKK hood tries to
increase budget so that if you violate the Second Amendment, which is interesting that's a violation, there's more money to jail you. And I don't know if you saw the follow-up story to that, but the senator from Virginia wants credit card companies to track Virginians when they buy guns. Did you hear about that?
It's bad enough that there's serial numbers on the things, and you gotta register it with the government when you buy it, and all that crap. This is bad.
Yeah, this is bad, and it's called liberal logic. So we need to understand the depravity and evil this is. If you're making legislation that goes against the Constitution of the United States, how can you even claim to be in power? That is literally tyranny. That's literally what we fought wars over. 1776. I mean, history did not start until 1776. I'm convinced of that more and more every single day. But this is the stuff that we fight every single day. But it is what it is, man. Hey, head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. You're missing out on all that fun stuff. It's literal tyranny, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
So go to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Make sure you follow me on the Strong One and follow this guy on the Plausible Foolishness on TikTok. But if you want the full show, the real shebang, the whole tamale, head over there, man. Hey, you like my new wedding ring, bro?
Is that one of the silicone
It's
rings?
one of the rubber ones, so I can lift some serious freaking weights in the gym, man, which I'm very excited, man.
I've been having trouble getting mine off every night. I have to take it off or else my skin, I get a rash underneath.
But that's why I stopped. That's why I stopped wearing my actual wedding ring. So my wife got me this rubber one, so I'm pretty excited about it. But anyways, it doesn't demean the commitment I have to her, okay? Yeah. But anyways, man. But yeah, it's just interesting what's going on in Virginia. And the Democrats are just showing their colors. Not only are they racist, but they want to violate our Second Amendment rights.
But you know what? It heartens me at the same time that all these people are and it's not just. I totally forgot that it's not just that the counties are Second Amendment sanctuaries, which is awesome. That just is that's when you got to sing. I'm proud to be
That's a big
an
F you.
American.
That wasn't a middle finger. That was my ring finger. So. We keep it
Well,
PG.
at least I know I'm free.
Amen.
But also, they started up militias.
Yes. So you've revived militias?
Yes. Good job, Governor.
Good job.
Well done.
Good job, Blackface.
Well
Good
done.
job. Good job, KKK Head.
A well-regulated militia being...
You've basically created a militia.
Yeah, well, yeah. And people from all over the state, all states, are just yeah, you call us, we're there.
Amen. Let the Florida boys know we coming. Florida, shouty. Shouty! When we were singing Proud to be American, I thought of Anchorman when they're like, sky rockets in flight. Woo! Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. That escalated quickly, man.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's what happens when you get energy drink in you, man. So, yeah, man. Off topic. Illinois passed a law legalizing weed. Do you believe that it's a good thing or for the state or just a way to control more? Fire away. That's a great question that was on twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Make sure you
If you have questions, head on over, join the chat, follow the channel, and then, we'll get to it.
Follow us. Give us your money. Yeah.
So, legalizing weed. Well, I think that I'm increasingly more inclined to fall on the side that all drugs should be legalized. And,
but why? Because you want everybody to get high all the time?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't like drugs. I don't like what they do to people. But, if you look at Portugal, you have to I don't see any reason why that wouldn't work here. So we've spent billions, if not trillions, on the war on drugs, and it's gotten us exactly nowhere. All we've done is really empower the cartels in Mexico and make Mexico a terrible place
100%.
to live. And then have crime spilling over into our country via our southern border. The war on drugs could be linked to the whole border wall issue altogether.
Yeah.
In many significant ways.
Yeah.
So we don't need the cartels making money off of us.
Nope.
I would rather American businesses making money off of this.
Yep.
And then we can tax all those drug dealers who aren't, who aren't taxable because, not that, again, I'm against taxes, so, but we're already doing it, it's bullcrap that these criminals aren't doing it.
Yeah.
But then, again, we're filling our prisons with, non-violent
Drug
offenders who are draining our resources and just need rehab, which is what Portugal did. They legalized all drugs. They had a terrible problem, way worse than we even have.
Yes.
Terrible. Like many tenths of percentiles more people with drug problems.
Yep.
And yes, I am sorry, Deep State.
Deep State. I thought you were checking our taxes, bro.
Yeah.
I thought you were checking them, man.
Why do you think that we're against it?
Come on, Deep State.
Deep State is my favorite person.
Romina, I love you because I know you personally and you're an amazing friend. But here's the deal: I love Deep State on this.
He's my favorite.
Yeah. It's great.
He's my favorite guy on Twitch.tv/Plausible.
So,
real quick, and bearded body bagged. I think his name's Body Bagged, which is an amazing handle, by the way. Yes, we are on YouTube. We post that after the show. But if you want the live interaction, make sure you go to Twitch.tv/PlausibleFoolishness. We are on YouTube. But hey, make sure you follow us on Twitch. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. That only helps our cause and spread the what do I say? The antidote for liberal-logic. Sorry.
Dog Warrior Kenson, it's Capitalism Works from TikTok.
Hey, man. Hey, capitalism works? What's up, big dog? I love him, man. Listen, here's the deal. If you're on TikTok, you need to follow Capitalism Works, okay? That dude is hilarious. He's insightful. He's got phenomenal insight on a lot of things. Make sure you give him a like and a follow. Listen, you strong ones, make sure you do that, bad boy. And back to
Portugal.
Back to Portugal. Sorry.
So they got they had many tenths of percentile more people addicted to drugs, and the war on drugs was not working for them.
Nope.
And so they, as a country, legalized all drugs, devoted like a 20th of the budget that they were spending on the war on drugs towards rehab, and saw a short-term spike, of course, because everything was available.
Yeah.
But then they totally stemmed the problem.
But here's the thing that's funny is, doesn't history teach us lessons? I mean, all the lefties want to live in 1860 and, we still live in slave days and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But why do we always forget the history of Prohibition? It didn't work.
No.
It empowered the mob. And the moment that we
created the mob.
It created the mob.
The mafia didn't exist before that.
The moment that we got rid of Prohibition, guess what? It literally gutted them. It ended them.
Yeah.
It would end the cartels. It would end the border bullcrap. Period. Yeah. I'm just saying, man. But yeah, I agree with you 100% on your stance. I think we should legalize it. I think we should legalize it not because I want a bunch of people getting high, not because I want freaking kids doing heroin and blah, blah, blah.
Not at all.
But at the end of the day, if you take away...
We can save so much money.
Yes.
We can actually focus on saving these people's lives rather than,
incarcerating them.
Yeah, and
pulling
them out of society for being addicted to a substance.
Yeah.
100%.
It's crazy, man.
It's just stupid.
No, 100%.
And I understand why people are for the war on drugs.
Sure.
Because drugs are bad.
They are bad.
And so you want to... it comes... Yeah.
Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad.
Okay. Feeder drugs are bad. Okay.
Drugs are bad, okay.
But...
Sorry.
But... It comes from a place where they want to make it illegal so that...
Yes.
They can... So that they think that they're helping people that way.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want.
Mm-hmm.
But it's exactly the same thing as the gun debate.
Yeah.
Well, not exactly the same thing. But gun laws aren't keeping guns out of the hands of criminals.
Are you saying that criminals break the law?
Yeah.
Criminals break the law?
The guy in the church shooting was a felon and should not have legally owned a firearm.
Weird.
They people find a way. And so you're making... The war on drugs makes criminals out of people who are in a bad way.
Yeah.
And making somebody a criminal doesn't fix their life.
No, not at all.
And it doesn't stem the influx of the thing that is illegal.
Yeah.
It just pushes all these things to the shadows.
Yeah. Now, to your point, big dog, capitalism works. I'm going to call you by your TikTok handle. Long story short, I agree. I think drugs are terrible. They do kill you and they do ruin your life. But at the end of the day, why are we legislating that? If you are an adult in the United States of America and you choose to kill yourself, that's your problem. I'm sorry. It sounds horrible. It sounds bad. But if you choose to kill yourself, yeah, it's a bad thing.
What up, Texas Metalhead?
Texas Metalhead, what up, baby? Love that dude.
And yeah, exactly. The taking of drugs should not be illegal.
No.
What you put into your body is none of the government's business. Okay?
Will they legalize roids so I can get jacked out of my mind?
That would be part of it.
Yes! Yes! Sorry.
I would recommend that you don't, but...
No way. My wife would kill me. My grandma would kill me.
Here's the other side of it. If you're under the influence of heroin or whatever and you're driving, that should still be illegal.
Well, here's the deal. It should amplify the offense because you've taken yourself out of a state. Literally, you've taken yourself, you've impaired your state. It's just like a DUI. Like DUIs, you suffer some consequences for DUIs. Same thing should happen. You know what I mean? So, but I feel you on that, man. So,
will it help your state? So he says, you
Steroids
believe that
are illegal,
the law
yes.
being passed is going to help my state.
Yes.
The unfortunate thing is the state is a leftist state, but don't speak for all of us. That's, of course, yeah. I mean, that's the same. It's the same thing in California. It's the same thing in Texas. You know, not everybody in Texas is Republican.
Yeah, true.
But or conservative. But
Beto's not. Man, I miss Beto.
Yeah, right.
And Julian Castro, I miss him too.
Oh gosh, man.
Man,
what a solid run he had.
He had a solid run. Did you see the video I made for him?
Yeah, I saw.
Who can
Right,
say?
so,
Oh, sorry.
Is the law being passed going to help your state? Possibly. Your state might start saving money on incarceration. Mm-hmm. It might start saving money on law enforcement over this issue. You might start seeing an influx of it'll mostly be financial rewards. You will see a short-term tick up in substance abuse problems.
Sure.
But if they focus then a fraction of their budget on rehabilitation, I think they'll see more improvements. It'll be better.
Well, it's like the Popeye's chicken sandwich. There's a massive rush for Popeye's chicken sandwiches, and now it's quelled very quickly. I mean, It is what it is. Strong one. Hey, that's me. But yeah, man, so it is what it is.
What do you think about the government forcing a licensed safety classes to own guns?
That's against the Constitution.
Yeah. Shall not be infringed.
Shall not be. Shall not be.
Well, I mean, all the existing gun laws are infringements that should not be.
Yes. Agreed. I agree.
Except maybe some things like, felons not owning a gun or whatever.
Or
But even
right
then, I don't know because, there are some felonies that are like they're non-violent felonies.
Is Dinesh D'Souza a felon?
He might be.
Because of Barack Obama?
Because it was I don't know, it's possible.
Obama. What a jack, eh? Anyways.
But first day he had $3.1 million in revenue.
Yeah, exactly. 100%, man. All right. So here's the deal, man. Man, we got a good run today, man. A good run today. Where are we at right now in time? Where are we at on time, bro? Dude, we're blowing this thing up today.
Yeah. We still haven't gotten to pop culture.
All right, we got to switch to pop culture. So here's the deal: if you're a big political person, listen, we got to deviate because there's only so much politics I can talk in one night without my brain exploding, which is a lot of fun. But we do enjoy it so much here at Plausible Foolishness. That was the plausible portion. Now it's time for some freaking foolishness, man. You ready to go? You jacked up?
Oh yeah.
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 Good. I'm excited, man. I'm ready to go.
Dog Warrior, you're absolutely right. We didn't even mention the corruption in the higher echelons of government.
True.
Who, I mean, almost definitely get money from the cartels.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, and that would be a huge boon as well.
Well, the joke is this: if you guys watch Trailer Park Boys, okay, one of their episodes was literally telling Canada, "Don't legalize weed because you're going to end my job as a drug dealer." Mm-hmm. Like that just points out what it is. Like at the end of the day, you're going to pinch people because you're making it legal because people who are doing it illegally are literally
making money off of it. So that's what it is, man. So it's all good, man. But yeah, man. Anyways, dude, there's some fun things going on in the pop culture, man.
Peace out, guys.
You excited?
Yes.
You talked about Star Wars last week.
Yeah, we talked about Star Wars, Mandalorian.
I still haven't seen it. I saw, finished. Oh, yeah, Mandalorian. What'd you think of the finale of Mandalorian, bro?
It was great.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good, man. I really enjoyed it. I'm totally doing the electric. I'm deducting 10 points from your social credit score for this one. Come on, Deep State. Come on, Deep State.
He gets us again.
I haven't seen the Star Wars. I haven't seen the new Star Wars. I watched Mandalorian. It's way better.
Yeah, Mandalorian's way better.
This is way better. I'm sorry. Like, Star Wars ended at Return of the Jedi to me. It ended. It's done.
Yeah.
The arc is complete. Redemption. Anakin becomes Darth Vader. Goes back to Anakin in his end. Shows up as a little crazy blue ghost at the end with the Ewoks dancing around. Over. Done. But they had to keep going, bro. It's bullcrap. Sorry.
No, you're absolutely right.
Sorry.
Mandalorian.
What you think?
I loved the whole sequence.
Yeah, man.
I loved the villain that they showed in the 7th episode, and then
He's savage.
Yeah, he's great.
I don't want to mess with that guy.
Oh, and then when he climbs out of the TIE fighter with the black blade.
Yes.
You know where that's from, right?
Listen, bro, it fired me up. No, what's it from? What's it from?
Okay, so that's a Mandalorian lightsaber. That's an early Mandalorian lightsaber.
What?
Oh, you just started it today? Oh man, this is all spoilers.
Yeah, yeah, dude, buddy, bro. We're about to talk about the show, so I would kindly advise you, not that I'm telling you not to listen to Plausible Foolishness or follow us on twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness, not to do whatever. But if you want to ask questions, if you want them answered, you got to hop on twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. That would be twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. Because if you're on my TikTok feed, I can't read any of the things you're saying at all. I can't even read it. It's so teeny weeny. You gotta hop on twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness, man. But it is what it is.
I have the original theatrical versions, digital. So none of that special edition bullcrap where Han doesn't shoot first.
Anyway, Han did shoot first.
Yeah. No.
Secondly, the reboot with Jabba the Hutt scene in the first episode, I did like that.
Nah.
You come on, man.
It looks terrible.
What a hater.
It looks terrible.
Why are you such a hater? What's wrong with you, bro?
It's just the way I'm wired.
This is the way. But anyways, Mandalorian, man.
Yeah. I mean, that would be interesting.
Freedom Redneck brings up a good point. He thinks that Vader should have lived and gone on with Luke. I think he always was with Luke as a ghost. Ooh. But then they had to do.
You'd think he'd show up and say, Kylo, bro, I was wrong the whole time.
Kylo, stop.
You idiot.
Stop hitting yourself, Kylo. Stop hitting yourself, man.
Anyway, so yeah, the black lightsaber.
Yes.
That is a Mandalorian lightsaber. Ooh. If you watch Clone Wars, you'll see they go to they fight. Obi-Wan gets in a fight with a sect of the Mandalorians who want to, like, they're not. I don't think they're separatist or they're Republic.
They're just their own.
I think
faction.
they're just they want Mandalore to be totally separate, if I remember correctly, and they're warriors and they just want to war,
Yeah.
And they fight, and this dude wields a black lightsaber.
And we're controlled.
That looks like a blade,
Sorry, on TikTok we're controlled opposition, by the way. We're being paid by the Russian government right now.
Oh man.
Das Vidanya! But anyway, sorry. As we're talking about Star Wars. But anyways, yeah, man, I love. Here's what I love about The Mandalorian. Can I speak? Can I preach to these guys? Mm. And it's not Baby Yoda. He's not the highlight of the show.
He's cute.
He's cute. He's cuddly.
He's cool.
He's Ewok level.
I want to know where he comes from.
I do too. I want to know Yoda's people, man. I want to know what's going on. Here's the deal. The Mandalorian is the closest thing that we've gotten to an actual Boba Fett movie. And I freaking love every second of it, man. It has me nostalging like nobody's business.
And it's not just that. He's a man.
What? He's not a purple-haired feminist?
No, in 2019, he's an alpha male man's man.
Yes.
Who lives by a code.
Yes.
Okay? And
here's the deal. The strong female lead
that's part of it, is an actual badass in real life. Gina Carrera is a monster. Yeah. So it's believable.
Yes.
And it's not about feminism or bull crap.
It's about... She still follows his lead because he's the freaking Mandalorian.
100%. 100%. When y'all have an unconscious Lily on as a guest, yeah, I don't care about him that much. Here's the thing. I'll be honest with you. The only reason I got pulled into the TikTok quote-unquote feud that really wasn't a feud, it was kind of similar to AJ Styles and the chinless one. What was his name? What is his name? It was similar to that feud. What is his name? James Ellsworth?
Ellsworth, yeah.
Ellsworth. It's similar, like me as AJ Styles and him as James Ellsworth, except for I beat the living piss. But anyways, long story short is this. I pray for unconscious Lily. I pray that he finds Jesus. The only reason I got sucked into that quote-unquote feud is because he tagged me and other black conservatives and proceeded to say that conservatism is anti-black for some crazy reason, but that's another story for another time. But long story short, let's just say I dispatched him very well. But anyways, he's more welcome to make some comments, but he'll never hop on this because
he's just a guy running his mouth.
Yeah, the problem is this: when you claim to be the master of debate and little old Uncle Ray Ray comes along and smashes you, you're not the master of debate. And I'm not even that good of a debater. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little absurd. That's why the show's called Plausible Foolishness. I'm plausible. He's fool. Or wait, flip that. He's plausible. I'm foolish. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of how it works. But that's another story for another time, and it's all good. But we pray for him, and it's all good though. But it is what it is. Yeah. Sorry. But back to the deal. Yeah, there's a man kicking ass, and there's a great story, and the focus isn't on social issues. It's like what is that old genre that nobody cares about anymore? It's called Western. You ever heard of those before?
Yes.
Oh, I wonder why that works so well. Because we don't see that genre anymore. We don't see men being men kicking ass. We don't see an actual great story where good guys win, bad guys lose. Okay? We don't see that anymore.
No.
That's why it's so freaking popular. It's not just Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda is just the MacGuffin of the show. Let's get real with ourselves, man. But it is cool to know that he's a puppet and not a CGI rendering, which is pretty cool. You know that he's a puppet?
No, I didn't know that.
That's
sometimes you can tell. But yeah, good stuff.
It is what it is, man.
I also watched all 8 episodes of The Witcher.
What? The Witcher?
On Netflix. And it was really good.
Is it as good as the game?
Good as the game?
Is it Witcher a game?
Yeah, it's a game. Oh, sorry. I was...
Sorry, dude, you're all good, bro.
I mean, it's time to play the game.
It's all about the game. You made me Triple H. You made me Triple H, bro.
Yes. Well, the game is really deep and long.
What up, God Warrior?
This is... And it's also based on a series of novels and short stories. So...
This is the mad scientist, Matt. Make sure you follow him at Plausible Foolishness on TikTok. He is a stud. He is my intellectual sensei. He is the one that teaches me the ways of the Force, okay? So make sure you follow this guy. Sorry.
You're right, Budley Ellen. There is some nudity in it.
What? Nudity?
It's not aggressive as, say, a...
Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones was... bad.
But
if you don't want it at all, I completely understand. I don't really want it. But the rest of the show, minus that, was so top notch.
Yeah, but doesn't nudity build community? I'm just kidding. That's a joke. It's a joke. No. I'm married. We're Christian guys. We just have fun with it.
Yes. There's 2 episodes in particular. Number 3 and number 5, I believe.
Yeah, I only made it through season 1.
No. Like there's only 2 scenes where the nudity is particularly sexual in nature, and it's all background stuff. They're
Is it like the Matrix when they're walking through the
yeah?
And there's naked chicks.
Literally.
But nobody
Geralt comes to see this mage to help his friend who's dying. Mm-hmm. And when he comes into her chamber, it's just a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But that's what's going on in the background.
Yeah.
And she's basically bewitched them all to be doing... the whole town is in there.
Okay.
Bewitched.
Okay.
And then the other times, it's this mage Yennefer, and she's trying to. So like when a mage comes to fruition, they can sculpt their body into whatever they want to be,
gotcha.
right?
Okay.
And so it's her when she's being sculpted.
Okay.
Which kind of makes sense because they're like literally reformatting her body, and she was she had a big hump and she was deformed in the face. And now she's beautiful, and then but because they did that, she can no longer have kids. So the rest of her arc is she wants to have a child, and so she's trying to find whatever she can to have a child.
Yeah, but isn't that playing into the patriarchy by having a character that woman that wants to have children? Isn't that playing against the feminists, third wave feminists?
I was watching this this video of a woman from 2019.
Okay.
A hardcore feminist who literally said that we just need to kill all men. the human race needs to continue, but without men. And she was like dead serious. So,
Hey, Billy Ray Valentine, great handle, by the way. Make sure you head over to twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. The reality of the situation is objects appear bigger than they are on the camera here on TikTok. You got to head over to twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. It's a way easier for me to see the lettering on the computer screen versus the tiny phone. So make sure you head over there, and then I'll be able to answer your questions more. But back to Twitch. Liberal Legend!
What's up?
What's up?
SF Giants fan.
Hey, make sure you follow us, San Francisco Giants fan. Who's your favorite Giant of all time? Mine's Barry Bonds. I hate to say it, I'm going out there on a limb, but I love Barry Bonds. But roids. But anyways, but yeah, so we should kill all men.
Yeah, well, that
makes sense. You know?
That's definitely
since they're half the equation. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. We can definitely keep the human population. She's tired of being a child factory for men.
Oh, she's tired of it. How many kids does she have?
Probably 0. I have no idea.
Who would want to breed with that anyways? If you're saying that I'm a child factory for men, what dude is going to breed with you?
She probably doesn't want to breed with men.
Yeah, that's true.
She's never been a child factory, and she's she has no relations with men.
Yeah.
But she still wants to kill them all.
Yeah.
It's psychotic. She's probably a vegan too, which does affect the way you think.
Sure.
Meat is what we need. Anyway,
Sprinkles, hop over to twitch.tv.com.
So his favorite giant is Willie McCovey.
Willie McCovey? Okay, I'll feel you, dog. Oh, we got a middle. Oh. Who just joined?
That was Giants fan. Thank you for following.
Thanks, Giants fan. We love you, bro.
So anyway, back to The Witcher. The drama in it is so good.
Interesting.
Like every episode, I was like, "Oh man, I want to watch the next episode."
More so, like Mandalorian?
No, they're different.
Okay.
They're different. One's high. This is high fantasy.
Sure.
And or maybe not high fantasy. I don't know. Epic fantasy, maybe.
Epic.
This one is straight up fantasy.
Okay.
And Mandalorian is Star Wars.
Okay.
So, I mean, I was eager for both.
Sure.
But I will say that Mandalorian's drama is very straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
The Witcher does the drama. There's several different storylines going on.
Gotcha.
At the same time. So there's several, and all of them have really good drama.
Okay.
To me. And then it's all told out of chronological order. So I wanted to see more so I could figure out what was going on.
I see.
And it was, to some people that can be confusing. I don't ever find it confusing. It only intrigues me and makes me want to watch more.
Yeah, but some people say that's a trope that your story's not strong enough, that you have to do that.
No. I mean, I understand that. That is a thing.
We're both writers. Sorry, that's why.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can see that being too.
What a cliche. No, I'm just kidding.
But it's done really. I think it's done really well,
True.
And I think had they told it in chronological order, it would have still been fine.
I'm not saying this.
I like the mystery of that.
Sure.
Where you're like where you're getting story, and you just. See, the thing is what it should be is you're getting a story and you're just waiting to find where that story
is going,
fits into the puzzle piece.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
You know?
I feel you, dog. I'm down with it.
I have not watched The Strain.
I haven't either. I haven't seen it, man. Is it good?
Is it worth my time? Listen, my time is valuable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only get to watch so many shows.
We're both fathers of small children. We only have so much time.
Yeah, we do stuff like this on the side.
It's 11 o'clock at night. This is the only time we can do this. Yeah. So that's why we do it at this time. Speaking of unbelievable drama, here's the deal. I have a confession to all my followers, the 21,000. Thank you for following us on TikTok, for everybody that's following us at twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. But we're massive wrestling fans. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Massive.
Big time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Big time wrestling. I love it.
What?
Huh? What?
Yeah, every time you do, I'm going to go, what?
Yeah?
What?
Yeah?
What?
But, dude, Last Ship is good. Okay, Last Ship.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
I've heard
about
that's
that. My
actually heard
father-in-law watches that.
That's the
Adam
one where-
Baldwin. Adam Baldwin, strong conservative, good guy.
What?
Yeah.
Conservatives can do great content?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, he was on Angel.
What?
He was on Firefly.
Yeah?
And he was on, and now he's on The Last Ship.
Yeah? I'm feeling it.
Angel
bro.
and Firefly are excellent shows. I'm sure The Last Ship is great.
Yeah, dude. So, here's the,
Von Erichs.
Von Erichs. Woo! I'm throwing up the 4 for the Horseman, man.
Was he?
Freebirds!
Von Erich was a...
No, man. Von Erichs went up against the Freebirds, and then went up against Von Erichs, which is a perfect segue, Texas Metalhead. Have you seen NWA Wrestling on YouTube? I am going to shamelessly plug this thing. It is the most entertaining hour you can give to YouTube. Now, here's the deal. My biggest thing right now with wrestling in general is this. WWE has too much content, and it's really bothering me. Like, you can't... The Patriot... The Patriot. That was Hogan. I think it was Hogan as the... or was that... No, was that the American Eagle? I can forget what Hogan's shtick was when he wore the American mask, but that's another story for another time. But here's the deal. My problem with WWE right now is this. It's super scripted. Nobody can actually flourish. All the storylines are weak.
None of the wrestlers have any creative control over their
None.
characters. Or if they do, like in the case of Bray Wyatt and The Fiend, which is incredible, it still gets taken over by creative when it's booked.
Yeah.
And then that means...
Yeah. And then it sucks. So here's the deal. I've been turned off to it, except for my favorite wrestler in WWE, who is Bray Wyatt, aka The Fiend. That's phenomenal.
It is great. It's still great, even though they're trying to kill it.
They're trying to kill it. They're trying to kill it, but they won't. You can't kill The Fiend because The Fiend's not a man. But
The Fiend is no man.
Women's Revolution destroyed ratings. I would say to a point. I think it zenithed at WrestleMania, and it really has lost its luster, which kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Like, the other thing too, the Women's Revolution, I think Ronda Rousey helped that out a lot, and then combine that with Charlotte Flair and all those people. They've got great wrestling. I'm a huge Asuka fan.
They're not telling any stories with the women.
No, they're just
That's
wrestling.
the thing. They're not. Yeah, they're just wrestling, and they're mad at each other.
Yeah, because they're afraid to tell a story because they don't want to piss off women's lib. They don't want to piss off people.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of wrestling. You're supposed to provoke a feeling. There's supposed to be good guys and bad guys. The good guys are good, and the bad guys you're supposed to hate their guts. You want them to go down. Mm-hmm. And I think the only real wrestling federations that are doing that correctly is AEW right now, which I really thoroughly enjoy.
See you, Budley.
See you, brother, man.
You have a
See
great
you
weekend,
you
too,
man. But I really enjoy what's going on in AEW. I think that's very cool. But I'll be honest with you, what's been captivating my mind, and that's was that a 1 hour or 2 hour program? It's 1 hour, right?
What AEW? It's 2 hours.
2 hours, okay. But what's captivated me is the 1 hour. I need to become a writer. You do need to become a writer, my friend. Do it up. We've done it. He's written a book. I've written a book.
Yep,
You're almost finished.
I've submitted it to 5 agents so far.
Attaboy. Nice.
Hopefully one of them will take it, but I got lots more on the list.
Attaboy. I like it, man. That's happening in WWE.
Yeah,
right now.
So bad.
Which is terrible. But no, what's captivating me is NWA wrestling, and this is the reason why. It's old school studio wrestling.
So old school. It's
super
so
old
school. Like, so much so that they do legit commercials that look like the worst part of the 80s.
Yeah.
You know? For comedic effect.
Capster. No. But yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Well, but like they're hilarious.
Oh, hilarious.
And purposefully so.
Yes, and they're cheesy.
But they look so bad.
Oh, it's great.
On purpose.
On purpose.
You know? But that's how old school it is.
And it's a really simple concept. Guy goes up to the podium, starts talking trash, then a wrestling match happens. There's no entrance music. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the wrestling entrance music. I love the WWE effect. I love the pyro. But Guy goes up, talks trash, they get in the ring, they have at it, and guess what? It gets interrupted by some other person who's going to talk trash in wrestling, and it's nonstop packed action for an hour. And there's actual stories that are being told, which are hilarious. The good guys are good, the bad guys are bad. There's phenomenal wrestlers over there, and what kind of hooked me, this guy actually was trying to tell me to get on there for a long time, and I was just ignoring him. I was like, oh, you silly Matt, you mad scientist, I know you're smarter than me, but guess what? Long story short, yeah, exactly. Just like Dusty Rhodes. It's just like the old school NWA. It's NWA, so it's old school, just like, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and woo, Ric Flair, like all that fun stuff. Sorry, neighbors. Yeah. Okay. But I love the old school about it, and the beautiful thing is you've got Nick Aldis, who's the champion over there, who's a great bad guy. You know, he walks around with a super hot girl that's his Camille Briquette. Who's from Brickhouse, who works out here in Orlando. By the way, she worked out at my old gym.
I think they live. I think they live in Tennessee now.
Yeah, but I told you she worked out at my gym for a while.
Yeah.
But long story short is he's a great bad guy, and guess what? He's feuding with a guy named Tim Storm, who's a really really old guy, but he's pretty jacked for. Pretty jacked for how old he is.
He's in his 50s, but he looks good.
He's a good guy that you want to root for.
Oh yeah.
There's other wrestlers like
Mama Storm.
Have
you seen them chanting?
Oh yeah,
Mama Storm. And then
I told Mama Storm.
But the thing is that he wrestled him for the title, and now he can't.
He can't go for the championship.
He can't go for that champion, but they're still feuding.
Yes,
which is interesting. You know,
it's a compelling story.
Yeah, that's compelling. Now, Cody Rhodes did something similar in AEW.
On AEW, yep.
You know, and like I've seen AEW has been getting some a little bit of criticism.
Sure.
Even though I think that their show is incredible.
100%.
It's so good. Did you watch Wednesday?
I watched a little bit. So I saw the Darby Allin versus Cody Rhodes match.
So that was a rematch from Fyter Fest. Yeah, Fyter Fest. We went to Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah.
And a great match, but it's so the thing that some of the criticism that they got was like there's not enough in-ring promos, not enough behind the scenes stuff, and this episode had all of that.
Yeah,
it was great, well balanced and everything, you know. But some people are upset because like Kenny Omega's not winning and he's a top draw.
Yeah,
you know, the Young Bucks and Cody losing.
Yeah,
you know, and to me it's unfair because if they were winning everything,
it would be
people
boring.
would be like,
they're booking themselves.
You started a company to give yourself the belts.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and it's like
you can't win with fans.
Can't win.
You can't win with fans. You can't.
And they're also trying to build something to last longer than themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
I agree.
So you got to get people over.
Yeah.
You know, and so they're doing a little bit of losing, so that they can showcase that they're not the only awesome wrestlers out here.
100%.
You know, and now we're starting like this is a train. This is an old school train.
Yes.
That takes a while
to get going.
But once it's going, we're already seeing the fruits of good storytelling. You know, the whole thing with MJF and Cody. It's gonna be good stuff.
It's gonna be great.
It's just all around, it's going to be good.
It is.
And it already is good.
It is good.
It's way better than... Like, on its worst day, it's way better than anything the WWE main roster is doing. NXT is great, though.
NXT is great, but it's better than NXT right now, to be honest with you. NXT's good, but it's not AEW. But here's the thing.
And part of that, you know what? You know why part of that is?
Why is that?
Why we feel that way? I think it's not an actuality. Like, I think NXT is just as good. I think it's that we know that the people that we're watching, like when AEW, we know the people that we're watching, we're going to keep watching them there doing awesome stuff.
Yeah.
But when we watch NXT, the people that we watch there, we know that some of them are going to go away to the main roster and fade away into obscurity.
They're going to get Thanos.
And then what? Why are we investing all this emotional, you know, capital in people that are just going to go away?
Oh, 100%. Because they're going to get Thanos off, you know. But here's the beautiful thing. This is... yeah, that's true. Kitty Emmett, you got that's a good point. I'm very... here's my beef on AEW. Their women's division sucks. Like, no offense. It is dog trash. It does suck. But we didn't tune into AEW for the women's division, to be honest with you. Just to be real with you. I think the strongest women's division right now is at NXT, just to be honest with you. I think that Io Shirai, I think Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, all freaking Shayna Baszler. Yeah, they've got it freaking rocking and rolling on NXT women's side. But
I do like
AEW sucks,
I do like Thunder Rosa on NWA.
But that goes to my point. I'm more excited about NWA wrestling at 6:05 every freaking Friday, Tuesday of 6:05, than I am any of the products that are out there, and I can watch it for free on YouTube. It is the best product. Like, I literally was going to talk to you about this. Like, when are we going to go up to Georgia and be in that live audience and watch that thing? Man. Like, because it's in Atlanta. That's only 6 hours away. We can get up there and watch it. But my point is this, like, dude, that is sucking me in. And it's got old wrestlers on it. It's got the freaking Rock and Roll Express, which that's pretty stupid to give the belts to guys that old, but that's another story for another time.
Man, no, I don't think that's stupid. I love it.
But it's not believable. But that's the allure of NWA.
It's wrestling!
It is true. But here's the deal. I love the studio wrestling.
To quote Montez Ford of the Street Profits.
Okay.
Wrestling!
Wrestling! But no, I agree. But everything else about it, NWA, loving it. I love the women's division over there. I love the people that are over there, like Eli Drake. I love that the Pope's on there. The Pope's one of my favorite guys from TNA.
The Pope.
The Pope. You know the Pope?
No.
Oh, the Pope. He's been doing the interviews. The black guy with the glasses, and they're like, "Pope has arrived. Pope has spoken."
No, I have not.
Oh,
but I haven't watched. I haven't seen Into the Fire, so I haven't watched anything yet. I need to.
Pope is on NWA, so I was like, the moment I saw Pope and Eli Drake, hooked, man. It is what it is.
I love that one bad guy.
It's true.
Who's the one heel that you just love to hate?
Ooh,
the actor.
Actor. Aaron Stevens.
Aaron Stevens.
The world's black belt champion or something like that. So funny.
That's right. He's the national champion.
Champion. The three-time.
He's the
black belt champion.
He's a third-degree national champion.
That's what he is.
He put the black belt stripes that you see on the belts.
And he trains under question mark.
Yeah, the question mark. I love the question mark.
Karate.
I love the question mark.
It's so good.
The whole crowd loves the question mark.
He's the best. He's the best.
Yeah,
because it's a reverse shtick of what he did with the Miz in WWE. Everybody hates him and loves the question mark.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the opposite in WWE. Everybody hated the Miz, but loved him as what was his name?
Aaron
WWE.
Stevens.
Yeah, what was his name in WWE?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, he was great with I gotta show you a video after this. He would do whatever Miz did. So if Miz fell on the outside of the ring, he would fall. So he would just do whatever the Miz was doing, and it was so funny. Like, he's such a great entertainer. But that's what I'm saying. NWA. If you haven't watched wrestling in a long time, just put NWA on YouTube, watch it. You will be super entertained, man. So
NWA Power with multiple R's.
True that, dog. Well, here's the deal, man. We got to wrap the show up because I got to sleep eventually, and I got to work and work out tomorrow.
That's an hour and 38 minutes, my friend.
Bro, I got to pull some heavy weight tomorrow. I got to lift some heavy things. Did you see my video of me curling human beings the other day?
Yes, I did.
If you follow me on Instagram or Twitch, go check out my video. I actually got to curl human beings. I wanted to do what Larry Wheels was doing, but I've got to pull some heavy things this week, bro.
What are you pulling?
I'm gonna do rack pulls at 700 pounds. I'm gonna try to do 5 triples with 700 pounds at a high rack pull, and then I'm gonna do a max out hex deadlift 405, and I'm gonna try to do 20 reps just to try to do it. So I'm gonna blow my back up. That's what I'm trying to do.
That's a 405 is a max deadlift?
No. So I'm going to take 405 in a hex bar. So you know what a hex bar is?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you stand in the middle of it. And I'm going to strap myself in and just try to deadlift it 20 times in a row.
So is a hex bar more?
It's like 40. It's about the same. It's 45 pounds.
Okay.
But I'm going to try to do it for 20 reps.
Okay, so you're doing...
I'm just going to try to max out reps.
Okay, yeah.
Because the most I've ever done is 12. I want to try to do 20. And I just want to have an intense, crazy video to put online. Because I do it for the gram, bro. I do it for the Instagram.
Yeah.
I only lift for the gram. That's what keeps me in the game.
Sure.
Lifting for the gram. What did Deep State just say?
Our taxes appear to be missing. Auditors are on their way.
How do you know, Deep State? How do you know, bro? But hey, guys, thank you so much for watching us everywhere.
Look forward to seeing them.
I know. Come on down. We're a sanctuary county here. And
we're a tax sanctuary county.
We're a tax sanctuary.
That would be awesome.
How amazing would that be?
Gosh.
America, Clout chaser, you. Yes,
Yeah.
Texas Metal Head. Yeah, that's my new tag. I'm a clout chaser. You know what I mean? That's what my tag is from Unconscious Lely as I destroy him in his charlatan ways. But hey, guys, we appreciate you guys so much for watching on Plausible Foolishness. Here's the deal. Seriously, once we're done, head over to Plausible Foolishness, which is on TikTok. Make sure you like and follow over there. That we got to get this guy over 1,000 so he can live stream over there as well. Thank you so much for the follows. Continue to follow me. We're at 21,000, almost 22,000 followers now. That's kind of crazy. But here's the big thing. Go over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Make sure you follow us over there, guys. That really helps out our cause. Afterwards, we're going to put this bad boy on YouTube if you're more of a YouTuber. Sponsor us on Patreon. We really appreciate our Patreons. That's what we paid for the lights and all the gizmos. All the gizmos?
Yeah.
Are they called gizmos?
All the gizmos, the sprockets,
the sprockets,
spacely sprockets,
but all the things that we're using on here that keeps the show going. And thank you so much, man, for giving us so much content. We had like 3 topics and we covered like 7 million because of you guys. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support. You fire us up to do this on a Friday night, and we want to keep bringing you quality content like this every single day, man. But what's your final thoughts, bro?
Go watch the NWA.
Yep.
Go watch AEW.
Amen.
Go watch MLW.
Sounds good. Wrestling. Yeah.
Check out The Witcher. It's a lot of fun. And, resist tyranny.
Sounds good. Amen, brother. You know what my final thoughts are? And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Bomb all the terrorists. I love it.
This is the way.
This is the way.